Hey everyone, and a very warm welcome to all the parents and family members tuning in today. I am absolutely thrilled you're here. So, today we're putting together a special explainer to walk you through a seriously exciting journey, and that's your 8th graders' science curriculum for this school year. Think of this explainer as, your personal map and guide. Our whole goal here is to transform what happens in the classroom into a dynamic, collaborative partnership between school and home. Because let's be real, when we work together, your student doesn't just learn science, they actually experience it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We're looking at 5 key areas. First up, welcome to 8th grade science. Second, our year at a glance. Third, the Write-in Science textbook. Fourth, helping your students succeed. And finally, number 5, let's stay connected.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, Welcome to 8th grade science, preparing for the future.
Stepping into 8th grade is a big deal, isn't it? The concepts get way bigger, the questions get deeper, and our curriculum absolutely reflects that. But listen, every single lesson has a specific purpose. And that ultimate goal, it's right here, making sure they are 100% ready for high school biology. Everything we cover, from the tiniest genetic markers to the massive forces of the universe, it's all strategically building toward this one big objective. So rest assured, your students are going to wrap up this year feeling completely confident and prepared for what's next.
Moving on to Section 2, Our Year at a Glance, Mapping the Journey. We don't just aimlessly wander through science. We actually have a meticulously planned route. Our official curriculum guide features a highly structured pacing plan specifically for the 8th grade. We have specific days allocated for every single unit across all 4 quarters, and that leads right up to our final review of priority standards. And those standards? Well, they're simply the most crucial scientific concepts they absolutely need to master before moving on. We know exactly where we're going.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what that journey looks like. We start the year grounded right here on Earth, with 25 days in Unit 1, exploring the dynamics of force and motion. In Unit 2, we spend 30 days discovering invisible forces, things like electricity, magnetism, and waves. Then for Unit 3, we look up. We spend 39 days exploring the Earth-Sun-Moon system and our actual place in the universe. After that, we zoom all the way back in for Unit 4, dedicating 42 days to genes, heredity, and reproduction. Finally, we cap the whole shebang off with 27 days on natural selection. It is just a fantastic progression, literally going from the cosmos all the way down to our DNA.
But wait, before we launch into Unit 1, we actually start with what we call Unit 0. Basically, before any major experiments happen, we dedicate 5 full days to going over lab safety, science and engineering practices, and inquiry skills, which honestly is really just teaching them how to ask the right scientific questions. We have to build the foundation first, right? And these foundational habits are going to be deeply embedded throughout the entire year.
All right, Section 3, the Write-in Science textbook, a new tool for learning.
Now, I think this is going to be a really fun aha moment for a lot of you. Think back to when you were in middle school. You probably had this massive traditional textbook. The golden rule was to keep it totally pristine, right? You probably even had to cover it in a brown paper grocery bag. Well, our science textbook is completely different. It is actually meant to be written in. No way, right? It's designed to become a personalized, active, kind of messy record of your child's learning. They are going to interact directly with the text, right there on the page. So you might be wondering, how can you use this at home? Well, a letter sent home to families hits the nail on the head. It says one of the best ways for students to check on their learning is to explain it to someone else. And because this textbook is a living record of what they're doing, I highly encourage you to just flip through it. Ask them a ton of questions about their notes. Basically, force them to explain the concepts back to you. It is genuinely one of the most effective ways, for sure, to solidify what they've just learned.
Which brings us to Section 4, Helping Your Students Succeed, Your Co-Pilot Manual. I really want to empower you with some very direct, super low barrier ways to be an active co-pilot this year. First off, simply ask about their homework and, physically check that it's actually done. Second, keep an eye out for activities where you can help them collect materials around the house. It's kind of like a giant scavenger hunt sometimes. Third, actively encourage computer literacy at home or even at the local library. And finally, if you have the time, sit down and help them navigate their online research using whatever devices you have. Now, these might seem like really small steps, but I promise you, they make a massive difference in their daily proficiency.
And our final stop, Section 5, Let's Stay Connected, Keeping the Door Open.
A successful 8th grade year completely relies on our ongoing partnership, so please, let's stay involved in your child's learning. My door is absolutely always open. Come visit the classroom during our open house events, and hey, if you ever have questions about the curriculum or how they're progressing, just make an appointment with me. Open communication is the absolute key to hitting our shared goal. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this one question to think about. How will you help your student explore their world today? Maybe it's asking them about motion over dinner, or, I don't know, flipping through that messy write-in textbook tonight to see what they've been working on. You have the tools, you've got the roadmap, and you absolutely have my full support. Thank you so much for taking the time to go through this explainer with me. Here is to an incredible discovery-filled 8th grade year.